So we're here at Nico de Boinville's beautiful house in the Cotswolds. We've been talking to him about his Grade 1 successes over the last decade. But while we got him here, we've got to talk about the Grand National. I always thought that it'd be the race that any jockey would want to win. You've said in previous interviews that it's actually the King George that you wanted to win, or even the Ark. But now you're a jump jockey. You've won everything else, basically. You must want to win the Grand National.
Yeah, of course, it's definitely on the list, and it would be great to add it to the CV. But I'm not, this year is probably the first year that I've got a really, really sort of live chance in HYLAND. I know he's still a novice, but he's definitely, we've set him out for this race. We went for the Racing Post Chase, where he came second, giving the winner a lot of weight, and the race didn't quite go according to plan, but I thought he would have learned an awful lot for a novice being in a big handicap like that. I'm really looking forward to it, and fingers crossed he gets there in one piece. It's
probably the best chance you've had. I think you've had 4 previous rides. Mr. Coffee gave you a fantastic ride 2 years ago when I think you finished 8th ultimately, but you looked like you were going to win it. You looked like you were enjoying yourself, as well as the horse. I think he really enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I was probably enjoying myself too much. I mean, that's why I probably kicked on at the Melling Road where I should have sat and just waited. But yeah, he was a phenomenal spin round, and I'm hoping for something similar, but yeah, hope it comes off.
It was nice to get around because the 3 previous performances, I hate to say this, but you fell twice at the first fence and pulled up on another time. So it was the first time you actually got round as well.
Yeah, that was an achievement in itself, I thought. So we'll see. But like this year, I really do think we've got the right horse in the right race.
And it'd be wonderful for Nicky Henderson, who his first Cheltenham horse, Songolero, 10 years before you were born, in 1979, came second at his first attempt. He's never won it. I was checking the number of runners. I think this will be his 42nd runner. What a story it would be if you and HYLAND could win the Grand National. I think you've got a good chance.
Yeah, it would be fantastic. I mean, obviously the race has changed sort of beyond recognition from what it was back then. And it's a lot easier on horses now. But yeah, fingers crossed that HYLAND takes to it, and we can have a nice clean run round.
Let's talk about your 3 Grade 1 rides that I know about at the present time. Got to start with Constitution Hill. Obviously disappointment at the Unibet Champion Hurdle, the way he departed there, but he was okay. He's been schooled, I think, since. You've schooled him over a countless number of hurdles. He's done loose schooling. So everything's looking forward, we're looking forward to seeing him run at Aintree, a race that he's won before. Slightly further trip, but I mean, would that be a concern?
Not so much. I think we just ride him how we need to, and it's a really good field, I thought. There's a bit of sort of deadwood in there as well, people trying to pick up prize money, but if Lossiemouth comes over and brighter days ahead, then it's set to be a really good race.
And he's obviously won the race before, but that day it was on the back of a Champion Hurdle win and another win before that, and I was there that day, and he looks a bit tired towards the end of that race, but he's obviously not had a proper season this year, has he, really? He's a fresh horse.
Exactly, he's fresh coming in, and fingers crossed for it, and he won't mind the ground or anything, so yeah, I'm hoping for the best.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to seeing Constitution Hill. Another horse that the public have fallen in love with, that you're associated strongly with, is JONBON. Some people say that he hasn't got the recognition he deserves, but I think over the last year he's become one of the favourites of the National Hunt game. Always turns up, always runs well, usually wins. Second last time, but back at Aintree, a course that he absolutely loves, and he's in good form.
Exactly, and back over 2.5, so I think he'll appreciate the step up in trip. He certainly did last year, so fingers crossed, and let's see what his opposition is. But he's in good heart. I schooled him in the week, and he seems in good order.
3rd Grade 1 horse from Cheltenham making its way to Aintree, LULAMBA, who, I mean, first of all, did you think you'd won the Triumph? Because the winner came from outside your periphery, didn't he?
He did. I thought if I could beat East India Doc, then I'd definitely won, but I couldn't envision that one of Willie's would do that to us. But look, it happened. He ran an incredible race, but he's come out of the race bouncing and fresh as anything. So I'm hoping he can run a good race. And
I think it's very interesting that Nicky has decided to run him here, because immediately after the Triumph he was telling everyone he's going to put him away. But that's a kind of tip in its own right, I think. He's obviously seeing a horse that's still fresh and raring to go, which is great news for you, because I know you think the horse has got a big future in the over fences as much as over hurdles.
Yeah, I think it was just because the week after, and I walked into the yard, and Charlie Morlock actually said to me, the boss was away, and he said, these horses are in some order because they're bucking and kicking, and the lads are struggling to stay on them. So, and I couldn't believe when I schooled them how fresh they all were. They all seemed really, really well. So I think that's helped our decisions, and let's see what happens.
And it's all very different from 12 months ago when they were coming into this meeting on the back of a terrible Cheltenham, and the form of the horses, all to do with their health, wasn't particularly great. And you had a couple of winners there that meeting. But this year it seems, as you say, they all seem to be thriving and ready to go. So that's a positive. You've got lots of horses that you will be riding. We don't know the full ramifications of that, where they go. But Imposed Trois ran a cracking race, didn't he, at Cheltenham? And he's down to run as well. You must be looking forward to riding him.
Yeah, both those JP horses that I rode in the handicaps, Imposed Trois and Jericho, will be running. I think they've both got £4 or something for their runs at Cheltenham. So I still hope that they're well in enough and should put up a good performance.
Hopefully another good festival for you, which might result in a Grand National win.